Okay, so in this video, what I would like to talk about is, a couple of interesting GeoGuessr maps, and that will look at the very different tasks of identifying a Dave& and Buster's and identifying a Walmart. So first of all, there's Dave& and Buster's. Unfortunately, the map, they used an ampersand in the name, and so that's important in finding it. Um, and um, let's see, Dave. Yeah, so this is the map. All the Dave and Buster's location in USA and Ontario. I don't know if there are any outside of these areas. I am fairly unfamiliar with Dave and Buster's. Actually, I've never been to one. I have gone past them on a highway, which that also, will be something that will be discussed, where you find them. Um, the 137 locations, I suspect that this is all of them. Um, they are not a terribly frequent business, but they are something that is found in larger market areas. So, that these will be places, that all probably have a few 100,000 people, in the area. Um, okay, and so we'll, use my usual settings. Okay, so this is interesting. This is a Dave and Buster's that is in like an urban center sort of location. Most of them are located in suburban shopping areas. Let's see. We have, okay, 301. Um, let's see. Is 301, 301 is Maryland, right? That it's Maryland is 301, 410 and other codes, I believe. Um, so I would say that this is maybe in the middle of Baltimore. It would be my first guess. And yeah, so we have Colesville Road 8700 and Fenton Street 8600. So this is maybe not in the center, um, but this is, it's we have ad for Colonial Williamsburg, Ellsworth Place. Is there an Ellsworth in? Yeah, so I'm thinking that this is not actually in the center now, but maybe not far from it. Ellsworth. The other thought is that maybe it's not in the middle of Baltimore, that it could be. Wait, I guess the question is, I know that suburban Washington and Baltimore are 301 and 410, but I don't know which one is which. Um, it could be that this is an outlying part of the Washington D.C. area, like Prince George's County or Montgomery County. Um, Wait, Silver Spring was on the sign, right? Yeah, okay. Silver Spring is Washington D.C. area. Next question is where is it? I think it's in Montgomery County up here. It's over quite close to the district boundary actually. So yeah, we have downtown Silver Spring, and there's the Dave and Buster's. Okay. Um, it was in a large urban area, Washington, essentially. Um, that this is not central, but this is not usually where you find a David Buster's. Is that okay? So where did it put me down precisely? It was close to this corner, right? That was Colesville and Fenton. So yeah, so it's that corner. Line it up with the edge of the. Okay, well, it was a 5K anyway, 15 meters, so I didn't have to very precisely line it up. Okay. So here's yeah, this is a more typical Dave and Buster's location. It's sort of interesting. There's an there's a boom over the entrance here. Uh, only 8 feet 1 inches tall. Just don't take your monster truck to to this location. Or at least, well, don't drive it under the entrance. Um, okay, we've got um. Okay, U.S. flag, so it's not Canada, probably. Um, so yeah, Dave and Buster's is usually in these things. Europeans are always amazed at the enormous size of the parking lots, in these things. Um, is speaking of which, is that a Walmart? Maybe it will be here in the second stream. Yeah, that is a Walmart. Okay. Figures that, like that there had to be one of those in the Dave and Buster's part before the Walmart part. Okay. Um, so this is, I'm guessing, outer uh, regions of a larger city again, that these things usually have a freeway near them somewhere. Um, and yep, there's the green interstate highway signs. Long Island Expressway 495. Um, okay, so there's Long Island. There's the LIE right there. Um, okay, do I think this is farther or closer to New York City? I think this is some distance out. That this I think is Suffolk County and not Nassau from the lower density. Um, let's see. We have 495 East Riverhead. Okay, the whole island is between Riverhead and New York City, so that doesn't tell us anything. Um, we have yeah. I should just get on the thing and New York 32. Okay, so that's not really far out. I'm thinking there has to be some space out here. Actually, this area might. Is there a Dave and Buster's in this shopping complex? Um, yeah, this is the kind of place where Dave and Buster's would be. You can see here, there's all the things, the Nordstrom, the Macy's, the Dick's Sporting Goods, um, the Neiman Marcus, the Men's Warehouse, REI, like all of these things are businesses that you would expect to find in an area, with a Dave and Buster's. Yeah, it wasn't that one. So it was farther out. Yeah, so it was like this little place, Icelandia. It's near Ronkonkoma and Central Islip. Um, okay, and yeah, this one, yeah, that's right. It didn't have a particularly impressive shopping plaza around it. There was just a Walmart, a TJ Maxx here. Yeah, so yeah, that typically a Dave and Buster's will be in, like more of a larger shopping center than this. So that's interesting. Okay. Um, so this one we have you can see these lines of palms. Um, I from the type, that this is not a southeastern environment. This is, California, Las Vegas, someplace like that. Um, yeah, I would say this probably is too desert for California. Oh, Las Vegas ballpark. Um, okay, this is a treat. I played this game once before. I know exactly where this Dave and Buster's is. But um, that it's that there I found before a sign that said Summerlin on it. Okay, that it was around here. So this is, something that occasionally happens in GeoGuessr is that you use the fact that you've actually played the literal round before. There's only 140 some locations, right, in this, so And I do not see the Dave and Buster's in the. Oh, that's right. I remember that it wasn't up here, but it was in the same area. It was farther to the south, and also the there's the Dave and Buster's. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So again, this one is more. This one has a Nordstrom and a Macy's in it. Like this is the Trader Joe's, the Bed Bath and Beyond, Dillard's, which I've never seen one in my life. I know that they have those in California and nearby states. Um, okay. So there's and then dressed for overkill. We'll look at. Okay, so there's yeah, this must be coronavirus coverage or something because there's no one here. Um, that kind of minimal. Okay, so there's Regal Cinemas. So we were near there, but in front of the Dave and Buster's, right? Um, yeah, so this looks just about right. There's the notch in the building there. Is that visible? Yes. A little bit farther down. 7 meters, okay. Um, okay, this one, yeah, so this one isn't in as impressive as a shopping plaza as some of the other ones. I think that's like the VFW or someone or like a veterans organization, right? There's we're not in Canada. Um, 402. Oh, Investors Omaha, and also 402 matches that we're in Nebraska, Omaha. Uh, and that once again, like the Dave and Buster's is located, in a fairly large urban area. The Omaha area having, I think, like 6 or 700,000 people in it. Um, okay, we have Runza drive-through. Um, okay. Um, yeah, finding a Dave and Buster's in Omaha, I would say that it's probably not near the city center and it's probably near a freeway, but oh, there's the LDS temple icon, like that they have a different one from other Christian churches on here. So yeah, that's a useful thing to remember if you have to locate a Mormon religious facility. Um, let's see. Yeah, I don't see a Dave and Buster's in there, but I'll click on it for now. And then, if I get more clues. So, only got 50 some seconds to. Um, yeah, it can be hard just to get out of the parking lot, in these sorts of places, and I mean, this must be especially incomprehensible to Europeans, who have never dealt with one of these things in their lives. They just don't have sites this large to build things on in their environment. Oh, how did we end up? What's this? Yeah, I don't know. Some screw up in Street View. Um, okay, 132nd Street. Okay, so we timed out, but yeah, yeah. So 132nd Street. Yeah, there. Okay. So this one they're marking Dave and Buster's as a bar, which I guess it kind of is. Is it a bar? Is it a restaurant? Is it a gaming facility? I don't know. Um, and here, Oh, that's funny. There's a Hindu temple in the shopping area. But this is the yeah, this is an odd thing that like happens in the U.S. is that you will find sometimes odd things in commercial areas like this. Um, you know that 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 yeah. I wonder if there's a map of U.S. Hindu temples. That one could be fun. Um, okay. So this one, yeah, this is more stereotypically the sort of location that you would see a Dave and Buster's in. This is a large shopping plaza. Um, what is that? Bosco or yeah, I've never seen one of those before. Um, okay, well, yeah, as I mentioned, like these things are almost necessarily near highways, except that that's one that is okay. We have US 1 is on the East Coast. Um, I know that. And it goes the whole length of the East Coast, from Maine to Florida. Um, where do I think this is? Yeah, I think this could be like toward the north, but like maybe this could be Maryland, Virginia. Doesn't look real cold. So uh, let's see, Milford Quick Mart. Um, Yeah, there's New Milford near Danbury, Connecticut. This would not be it. Wait, there's 203 phone number. So if this is a local, this is Connecticut, Fairfield County is the corner toward New York City. That US 1 definitely is consistent with that. Um yeah, there's US 1 next to 95 through the main populated part of Fairfield County. Yeah, I think this matches Fairfield County pretty well. Um, is there Milford though? Oh, there's Milford. Okay, that there's next to Bridgeport. Like between Bridgeport and New Haven. Um, okay, there's US 1. Um, there's Dave and Buster's. Okay. Uh, yeah, next to a Walmart. What do you know? Okay, so um, you have Dave and Buster's. There's the yeah, whatever that Bosco thing is, it's not on the map. Maybe it closed down. Um, okay. Um, so we view our summary. We have 24,792 points. So that this one is this map is not terribly difficult, I would say. So then um, now locations of Walmarts on the other hand, that Walmarts are never in large urban centers, or well, I shouldn't say never. I have seen them in Honolulu on here, and there are also Walmarts in large urban centers in Mexico, but the map in question, Walmart locations, you can see 1,000+ locations. Walmarts are extremely common. This is Walmart locations throughout the U.S. and Canada. Um, and so here we're going to see, a lot more sort of small town locations, but like a Dave and Buster's, Walmart tends to be located near major roads, and in a shopping plaza of some kind. Although certainly they do exist in isolation. Like particularly in a more rural area, you will see a Walmart without that much around it. Okay, so Walmarts all look alike, right? This is so it's a big. empty environment without a lot of trees. Um, so I would say this is probably west of the Mississippi, somewhere in the Great Plains. There's let's see, we have Schlegel's Quick Lube. Um, okay, there's to Interstate 40, and I think this says Oklahoma, although it's not really enough resolution. But Interstate 40, of course, ends at a zero, major east-west route runs through Oklahoma City. Um, okay, okay, so there's a sign, Heartland Museum. There's TSC Tractor Supply Company, so you know, uh, if they, that they have, rural stores like that here. Um, those are, yeah, that I think I've seen a Tractor Supply Company before. It's, a little bit like a Farm and Fleet or something. Hinton, I-40 exit 101. Um, a casino is something that, the sign for it could be some distance away, but let's see where 101 is. I think it counts up from the western side on the exit numbers, right? So like in Elk City there's actually a Walmart. Um okay, well we'll yeah, what do you know? That does look kind of like the location that we're at. Uh if I saw the Tractor Supply Company near the highway, I'd know that it's it, but I think that it's probably not. Um oh, look at that. See, like there actually are actually is some public art in the United States. Um, okay, we have Eads and Washington. Um, yeah, this is a smaller urban area. I'd say, like in the, few tens of thousands of people. From the appearance of the landscape, I'm going to guess that it may be west of Oklahoma City. Like it's relatively treeless and steppish. So out in the direction toward Amarillo from this could be Lawton. Wait, we have Main Street, Waterford. Okay, and timed out. Weatherford. Okay, so that's yeah. You'll notice from I-40, like yeah, I didn't, that just range of exit numbers, I thought it could be that one, but I could rule it out from the surrounding businesses. And so it wasn't Elk City, it was Weatherford. And so this is sort of a typical, like separation between, towns that have Walmarts, in a landscape like this. Like these are, well, 63 kilometers apart, right? Yeah, that's kind of there's probably yeah, like this small town Clinton here probably doesn't actually have a Walmart, right? um yeah, well, okay, so next round. Okay, so that gave an illustration, like that's not a Dave and Buster's location, that's a Walmart location, right? A lot of smaller towns. So um Lawrence. Uh, let's see. There's Lawrence in Kansas and there's Lawrence in Massachusetts. I would say from the appearance that this is not Lawrence, Massachusetts. Which is an old town. Would be a lot more trees than this. Um, yeah. So I'm preliminarily guessing that this is Lawrence, Kansas. Um, and I zoom in right to the Walmart. Um, wait, this is maybe not it though, right? Um, yeah, so we'll plunk it there preliminarily, and then we'll keep going. Um, let's see. So we have James. Yeah, this might be a smaller town than Lawrence, Kansas, though, which, I mean, it does seem that we have 50 and Illinois 250. So this is not Lawrence, Kansas. This is Illinois. Okay. Um, we have US 50 in Illinois. That's an east-west road. Uh, there's 50. Okay. So runs into St. Louis. Um, okay, and Illinois 250. Um, there's 250. Um, does this town only have a Walmart in it? Um, maybe not. Um, oh, Lawrenceville. Okay. Um, so this is the Walmart. Okay. Remember before when I said Walmarts all look alike? Maybe not. This one is an older design. It's Canada. That's the reason. Okay, so yeah, the Canadian ones, that I know that they tend to be smaller. Okay, so we've got Canadian Tire. Um, is this Ontario, maybe, from the general appearance? Yeah, that in Canada, Walmarts often have a McDonald's in them. Um, let's see, Mark's. There was a Western wear shop, which, may or may not mean that we're in Western Canada. Um, well, it's not Quebec, right? We don't have French signs everywhere. Fort Saskatchewan Community Hospital. Okay, so Fort Saskatchewan is a place in Saskatchewan. Um, I think it's near I think it's near one of the larger towns, right? It's either near Saskatoon or it could be Fort Saskatchewan is near Regina. Um, okay, I thought it was. It must be someplace that's relatively standalone then. Um, so where is Fort Saskatchewan? Um, I know I've seen it before. Uh, we're at 94th and 86th Avenue. Yeah, that makes me think maybe it is. Let's see, sixth, seventh. Oh, yeah, yeah. Regina doesn't seem to have numbers like that. I think this is Saskatoon area then. Um, yeah, 39th, 54th. Yeah, this was 86th Avenue and 94th Street. 94th Street. It seems to only go up to 71st, right? Um, hmm. Well, that's interesting. Oh, oh, that's the reason why is that Fort Saskatchewan is not in Saskatchewan. Um, that it's on the Saskatchewan River. Specifically the this is the is this the yeah the North Saskatchewan River. Um, and so yeah, and that yeah, looking at it also, like this is a departure from the normal sorts of street numbering schemes. You can see here that these are that there's 92A, 93, 94. Okay, but they're all high numbers in the town. Like there's no. Maybe the idea here is that it's a number. It could be a numbering system that starts in Edmonton, but there's quite a bit of space in between there. Like you can see the roads, in between don't really seem to have that kind of thing, right? This is Township Road 542. Yeah, that's a very unusual numbering system. Um, okay, and again, that this map, tends toward smaller urban areas. Um, okay, what do I think this looks like? Oh, there's is that Northern Illinois or Southern Illinois University? Um, Southern Illinois. I think Southern Illinois is in Carbondale. Um, yeah, Southern Illinois University. Um, the guy may just have a Southern Illinois shirt on, but like this probably is not California, And then yeah, I'd say this appearance is very consistent with Southern Illinois too. Um, it's more forested down there. Um, yeah, that this okay. So leaving the Walmart, we end up. This looks like kind of a dead end, right? How do you get out of here? Yeah, that's um okay. Area code was 844 on that side, which I think is non-geographic. Um, I think it's 618 in this part of Illinois, but I'm not sure. There's so many of them to remember. Um, we have East Main Street, Illinois Route 13. Yeah, that this is the Walmart in Carbondale. Um, yeah. So we have front entrance. It's a side toward the parking lot. We have yeah, that looks right. Nope, nope. Oh, you'll notice here, like the size of, the size of a Walmart, like that is 68 meters. So the building is like 100 meters long. Um, it's one of those things that you get with cheap American real estate, that not a lot of building upward. Okay, these are like solar panels in the parking lot, to provide shade for cars and generate extra electricity. That makes me think that this is probably, like some relatively sunny, kind of energy efficient place like California. Um, oh, yeah, we got masks on everyone. Oh, exit only bilingual signs that also suggest maybe it's more likely to be California or yeah, has the appearance of California. Is that a Norfolk Island pine? Which would indicate a warmer climate. Usually, you of course Norfolk Island pines are found in New Zealand, but like they're commonly planted as landscaping. 916. I is 916. Let's see, is Kansas City 816 or 916? Um, hmm. Do I think this could be the Kansas City area? Uh, Maybe. Yeah, now that I look at it, I'm thinking maybe not California, like this may be more of a, more of a Great Plains sort of environment. Um, let's see, Elk Grove, Florin Road, Gerber Road. Um, yeah, there's 916 again. Um, let's see, we have Florin Vineyard as the name of the. Okay, well, we're running short on time. Yeah, I think 916 is the Kansas side of Kansas City, but I'm not sure. Let's just, plunk it in the right area. Um, no, this isn't Kansas City. What? Uh, okay, shoot. Where's? Except I don't think. Yeah. Oh, San Antonio? I'm confused. The reason why I'm confused is that I'm pretty sure that 916 is not San Antonio. I know that in this area there's um oh wait, no, that's where I clicked it. Oh, yeah, okay. Stupid. That was stupid. Yeah, obviously that was my icon and not the play. Yeah, so um it was California, it was Sacramento area. Yeah, that's right. That's 916. Um yeah. Um just open a new tab here. I'm just sort of curious, what is the Kansas City area code? Um it's 913 on the Missouri side. Um, eight. That's no no. Sorry, 816. Okay, that's what it is. Is that that the that we have 816 serves Kansas City, Missouri, and the surrounding areas, but it wasn't 816. It was 916. So that this, yeah, that obviously with the huge number of U.S. zip codes, there's I mean, sorry, area codes. There's I think about 300 in the North American plan. Um, and so there's, it's easy to, not remember them. All right. So I guess we've seen now, where Dave and Buster's are and where Walmart's are. Um, and I think, just, as a bonus, I think I'm going to play, just a USA no blurry round. No, that's not the it's if I put in no blurry, I get United States no blurry as the first result. Okay. Um, so just play a generalized United States round, to complete the stream. Um, okay. So this looks like the northeastern United States, right? Relatively dense urban area. Um, for Europeans, this looks normal. Um, okay. We have Clay in Washington, and we have a phone number on that. And we can and when we step close to it, we travel through time, and the phone number does not exist anymore. Uh, let's see. Is this Food Mart carryout? Is that Arundel on there? There's Anne Arundel County in Maryland, which has Annapolis in it. Arundel carryout. Yep. Okay. Um, and we have a guy. Is he taking a picture of the Street View car? I think he is. Okay. Um, Okay, could this be Annapolis? Clay in Washington. I've been to Annapolis. It has, a very, dense urban center in it, certainly. Oh, Arundel Center, 44 Calvert Street. Yeah, I think that this Calvert, again, is, a Maryland name, from the family that actually had the original royal land grant to establish a colony for Catholics in the on the East Coast, called Maryland. Um, the founder of the Calvert family was also referred to as Lord Baltimore. Hence the city. Although the city, it turns out, was not an early settlement in Maryland, but the area was called Baltimore County. Um, long before there was actually a town. Um, Cathedral Street, West Street, and yeah, that Baltimore was, as I remember, founded, in the later colonial period, like 1740 or something like that. Um, let's see, Calvert Street. Um, yeah, this might not be obviously findable, but I'll plunk it in Annapolis. Yeah, that this. Oh, there's some planted yuccas, which these are not natural plants in this environment, but they are very American. Um, Anne Arundel County, yep, that's where we are. Um, we've got West Street. Oh yeah, this looks totally like the center of Annapolis. I just couldn't pin it down, but yeah, I got 659 meters off. Uh, so yeah, it was near the center. Yeah, that as I remember, like they have a small, very classic looking, East Coast urban center here, and that next to it, the grounds of the United States Naval Academy, like the biggest thing in Annapolis. Okay, so we have, okay, this is obviously a Western environment, probably. I think this is California, looking at it. Um, yeah, just, so far everything about the appearance, just says California. Um, somewhere out away from urban areas. Um, um, I'll go with somewhere around here. Yeah, I think that this is not Northern California either. I could see it being as far north as Sacramento, but it's probably farther south than that. That's why I went with sort of toward Bakersfield or Fresno, like, but up, uh, toward the Sierra Nevada. Um, and it looks like this is an unpopulated area with few distinguishing characteristics, sort of like I was doing a Botswana stream just before this. We have the Borns in Imperial units, mile markers. Um, that so we have mile 12, which suggests that maybe this road is not extremely long, but it might be a numbered route. Um, that it's something that actually has mile markers on it. Yeah, I am not seeing anything. Um, I just hope I at least got California right, that I mean it's semi-arid, like there's, hills, trees, doesn't look barren enough to be Nevada or Arizona, like and it's New Mexico. Okay. Um so yeah. So here these are Interstate 10 in this area runs through um an extremely low point in the Continental Divide, that the maximum elevation is only about 1600 or 1700 meters going through the crest of the continent here. Um, this pass was actually what the U.S. Mexican border was designed around. Um, when they decided which lands they were going to take from Mexico, um, they wanted to take relatively few Mexicans, but that to have, in particular Texas and California and a corridor between them, and that this is the one you want for that, um, and that and then the land rises a lot, to the north here, so there are mountains in here, um, that I don't know offhand how high they are, but like things in the maybe 2,500 to 3,000 meter range, um, at the highest, and we were in something that had like some strong elevation differences. I guess that it maybe gets to 2,000 or so in there. Didn't look like it was getting particularly cold. Okay, so here this looks like the eastern United States, just from the architecture and the plant life. Uh, I'm thinking, maybe northeast or Appalachia. Um, we have Alabama Avenue and 44th Street. 44th Street probably means there's, a decent sized town. Um, there's 45th in Alabama. You'll notice also the numbering here, 4400 goes with 45th Street. Uh, this is a common U.S. pattern to have numbered streets in one direction and not in the other direction. Um, Chicago is an excellent example. Um, in Chicago's case, just on the south half. Um, okay, 40. Wait, we should probably go in the direction of decreasing numbers in order to see if we can find anything. Um, so the street is called Alabama. I don't think this is Alabama. Like this. I would say this could be Virginia. This could be Pennsylvania. Um, I'm yeah. I'm going to put it down around Harrisburg for now, and then we've got also a slope here. That sign said junction with something that was missing. Uh, we've got to Interstate 20. Wait, what is this? Interstate 24 has to be pretty far south, so I completely messed up the. Right, there's 26. 24. Oh, 24 is in Kentucky and Tennessee, right? Okay, that's not bad. Uh, then 5817. Um, I think those are the Tennessee markers, not the. Yeah, is this maybe Clarksville? Yeah, the architecture really did not look like. It looked like old and as I said, more typically traditional. More like the Northeast. 58 and 17. Hmm. Hmm. It was Chattanooga area. Okay. Yeah, that's probably actually Chattanooga City there. Uh, yeah, so Lookout Mountain is on top of, you know, the that this is, a very famous U.S. Landscape here. Um, and that there was a Civil War battle at Lookout Mountain, and also, as I remember, like Interstate 24 in this area is notoriously dangerous. Um, that they a friend of mine that drove it, described, going around these turns up and down hills, and it was in the middle of a fog, and everyone was going on the highway at seemingly insane speeds for the conditions, and Chattanooga is decent sized as an urban center. I mean, I think there are something like 300,000 people in the area, um, and Chattanooga is also flanked by these small urban areas, Cleveland and Dalton. So the whole thing added together is maybe closer to 500,000. Um, okay, so these are like somewhat older houses. Yeah, the Northeast comes to mind again. Maybe. What does it say on there? Stop predatory use of eminent domain. Legacy residents demand to stay in ATL. Well, ATL is a term for Atlanta. So, um, yeah, this could be Atlanta in the winter time. Certainly, I'm not noticing anything obvious that's a sign that of the warmer climate, but certainly, if I saw a southern pine or something, I would know. Although I think those don't grow in Atlanta. That the southern pines are actually more, in the flat uh, part of the South. Toward the coastline. They're very similar to the South Jersey pines. Around Atlantic City. Um, and when I see those in the view, I know that I'm, typically in they also the southern pines, as I remember, are not on the western side of the Appalachians. So if I see one, I think like North Carolina, Georgia. Um, yeah, Marta. That's Atlanta. Um, okay, we have Grant Park and Cherokee. Yeah, Atlanta being huge, like there's nothing obvious to search for yet. I need to find something bigger, which may not have much time. Impressive hump here with the big arrows and things. Oh, we've got cannons. Um, there was a famous Civil War battle in Atlanta. We're not far from Chattanooga. It was kind of the sequel to the Chattanooga battle. It was an important railroad junction. Um, SOC Atlanta, Grant Park Zoo. That's got to be near the center. Um, yes, I remember there was a story that the Atlanta Zoo, in the early 20th century, was the only major facility in Atlanta that was not racially segregated. That white and black people could go to the zoo together. Um, let's see, Grant Park. I'm wondering if that's parks are often near rivers, but like where's the? I mean, there is the Chattahoochee River in Atlanta. As I remember, the Atlanta area does have problems with a lack of large rivers, for source of water, and so the water supply is, decentralized. Um, so let's see. So there's the center. It was. Did I walk? Yeah, I could have walked there. Yeah, certainly. Grant Park Zoo, Atlanta. Okay, and we were over on this Ormond Street Southeast. Okay, so last round of the stream. Yeah, this is uh, it's relatively treeless. There's some bush on the mountains. Um, yeah, from the look of them, I think these may be of volcanic origin, but I think this is not California. I think that this could be Eastern Oregon or Washington. Um, yeah, oh yeah, I could believe that this is, there's the part of Oregon and Washington called the Scablands, which, um, it has these huge um, valleys that were ripped out by huge floods in the end of the ice ages. That there was this event where an amount of water comparable in size to Lake Ontario was released, in a sudden flood from an ice dam breaking in near Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Oh, chains advised beyond this point. Okay, what this tells you is that people here do not own snow tires. That they have that there are these chains that you put on the tires in the event that you're going into a high altitude area that has snow. Um, so I'm thinking then that maybe, certainly in Oregon and Washington, I can believe that people toward the coast might not have snow tires, but I would think that people in the interior would. Uh, that maybe this could be um, that yeah, maybe it could be toward Bend in Oregon, or maybe it's farther south. Like it could be maybe this corner of California up here. Um, right. Um, right. We have. Hmm. Oh, we can't go that way because no, maybe we can. Okay, the arrows sometimes don't work right. Um, okay, so it's a place that has snow chains. Yeah, I mean, in areas that actually have a lot of snow, snow trains are actually illegal for the most part in the United States. I don't think. Wait, I did see a bus with snow trains in New York City of all places once. I don't know what the reason was for it, but yeah, okay. So it was toward Idaho Falls. Okay, well that explains the mountains being of volcanic origin. Is that it's not West Coast volcanism, it's Yellowstone supervolcano volcanism. Um, so um, that the Yellowstone area is that there's a giant blowout, a few times every millions of years, like comparable in size to the Toba volcano in Sumatra, and so this area has, very it has volcanic terrain like that, but um, and that there has been activity. There's still ongoing activity. Obviously, Yellowstone National Park has geysers in it, um, but there has been eruptive volcanic activity in recent geologic times, and so that was, why I thought the hills were, likely volcanic and therefore, toward the west coast, but they weren't West Coast volcanism. They were Yellowstone volcanism. Okay. Um, so I guess that's the end of this stream for now. Um, yeah, I don't know. This was fun. I might come back sometime later and play something else. So if I do, well, look for my stream then.